everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kaylin and this is Full Purpose and Heart. And in this video, I'm going to be continuing my vlog or my video journal of how our homeschool life is going. We have just finished 17 weeks of school and then we had Thanksgiving break. So I'm going to kind of catch you up as to how things are going and what we're doing now in our homeschool life. So let's do that. Okay, so first and foremost, can we just say homeschool burnout? I have had a really huge struggle kind of getting excited and getting into all of the extra stuff that goes along with homeschooling. And I feel like we've been doing the bare minimums. And it's typical. We've been doing school for 17 weeks. Mom's getting tired. The kids are getting tired. And I always am a little overzealous at the beginning of a school year. So if you are new to my channel and then you go back and watch those videos, then you'll be like, okay, she doesn't always do everything that she sets out to do in the beginning of the school year. So in this video, I just want to kind of catch you up on some things that we are now doing every day in our school life and just kind of things that are working and all that kind of good stuff. So let me do that. As usual, just make sure that you check the timestamp down in that description box below. If you're here for the junior kindergarten kind of synopsis, then you can skip all of my second grader chatter and catch up over on that timestamp. So that little side note. So for my second grader, I'm just going to kind of run through a couple of subjects. We really have narrowed down his schoolwork to be just kind of like get the work done and get the assignments finished. In our morning time together is when we read. And so we just finished reading Lions in the Barn. This is the lap book that we did together for each of the chapters. I made this lap book. It's available in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. I've talked about it before. So if you are new, then check that video and you can see all the good stuff for that. But if you're not new, then we did finish this. It goes along with this book, which is available from the Good and the Beautiful library. I highly recommend those books. This is a level 4 book. So we finished reading that, and then I decided to pick up the Magic Tree House again. We are on book 13. We always read a couple and then we take a break. So we've decided to pick it up again. And I've changed our reading program to be more of just a read aloud for my younger one. And then I, of course, read to my older one. But then my second grader is doing this little thing. This is just a little packet that I purchased off of Teachers Pay Teachers from, it's called Stories by Story is the shop. Check my description box below and I'll show you if you haven't seen these before. But this is just a really great resource, and you can see they have about 4 questions by chapter, just kind of reading comprehension. And then they also have some good character development and some vocabulary and some fun activities that go along with it. It's a pretty big file, so I just kind of pick and choose the one that I want and then print off that book for him. So we do that every day, sometimes in the morning and sometimes at the end of our school day. So that's our reading for right now. As far as independent reading, my son mostly just reads library books, and sometimes he reads, sometimes he looks at the pictures, but we get an assortment of picture books and just young readers, and I just let him read as he wants to. So that's kind of our reading. As far as math, we're still, oh, that's my junior kindergartners, but we're still doing Horizons math. I still really enjoy it. I still kind of skim off some of the actual problems that he needs to do. We've started multiplications, so now we do times the 1s, the 2s, the 5s, and the 10s. So we're doing that, and he seems to be picking it up really quickly. We have coupled that with the Good and the Beautiful multiplication songs, and I do hear him singing those songs as he does those beginning multiplication problems. So I would give that a 2 thumbs up. If you're looking for kind of something on the side that you can add to some multiplication ideas. So his English is still from BJU Press. We do that on the computer, and it's distance learning. So he has a teacher that he listens to, and then he does the assignment. We're finishing chapter 7. I'm really loving it. It really the assignment portion that comes with both BJU Press and Horizons really helps me as a homeschool mom feel like I'm accomplishing what needs to be done. Sometimes I get into this rut with our history and our science. that are more thematic based. I sometimes feel like I'm not finishing what needs to, or I'm not covering it adequately. And I think that those are feelings that all homeschool moms go through. So I'm not like, I don't feel negative about it, but it is a little additional work and additional stress that I do feel. So I like that those two components, those two core subjects are done for me, essentially. So those are the pluses for that. His spelling, we're still kind of rock and roll with the spelling. I am using the Evan Moore spelling. So, we're working through that. I think that in this next semester, I'm going to switch over to Explode the Code. I have book 5, so I think I'm going to just have him pick up on that just for some stuff to do. So as far as history goes, we studied a little bit about Pompeii when we went up to a museum that is in our area and is having a Pompeii exhibit. So that was kind of not included in any of the course material that I had purchased, but that was nice. Science has been a little bit rocky, but we have been still talking about matter. So you can, oh no, it's not even matter anymore. It's biomes. You can kind of still see them on here. And although we haven't sat down around like our circle and talked about biomes, anytime we go anywhere, then I kind of incorporate that in our conversation. So I feel like that's another kind of plus or testimony to homeschooling, because when parents send their kids to public school, most of the time they come home and they don't know what their kids are talking about. So they can't be going for a walk or taking a drive or anything like that and say, what kind of biome is this? And then kind of have just a casual conversation about the science behind it. So I've enjoyed that and it's been good. And of course, my little ones are picking up on it too. So it'll be fun when we go through it again with them here in a few years. So I think that pretty much covers everything for my second grader. Like I said, it's really minimalist right now, and we just kind of enjoy our time together, and we usually do some kind of like artsy, crafty thing or thing in the kitchen, or we play a game together. But I'm really just enjoying our time together, as like this is one-on-one time with mom. I'm not focused on anything else, just with them. And so anyway, big thumbs up for that. So let's talk about my junior kindergartner now. Her material likewise has really been just compacted into 2 subject areas. She does math and then she does English, and then she reads with us, and then she also does some work on the computer. She really loves doing the abcyeah.com, which is just free learning games, and she would do those probably for hours on hours if I let her. But she does do some stuff on the computer because she watches her brother do his computer work. She feels like she wants to be part of that too. So, these 3 books are, plus one more, my Evan Moore book, are my daughter's curriculum. So for math, we are going through Horizons book 1, kindergarten. She's working through, will be, I don't know, probably at the middle or end of January, she will have finished book 1, and we may or may not go into book 2. It just kind of depends on how I feel. But I also couple that with the Evan Moore math workbooks for pre-K. So she has a skill sharpeners math that she does, and I just like put that 1 page in her daily notebook every day. So she does a Horizons page, which is a little bit more, I don't want to say complicated, but it's a little bit more. And then she does her Evan Moore page, which is a little bit less, and she can kind of run through that pretty quickly. So that's her math component. And then her English component, she does Explode the Code, which is all of her letters. We're on book C. She's going to be finishing this up before the new year. So when we start our new year in January, I'll have to find her a new program. She does this Evan Moore kindergarten read and write. Check the description box below for these types of links if you want to look into them. This book is really awesome, and she's been kind of breezing through that. Again, we're on the last couple of pages, so she's going to finish this before the end of the new year. And then she also has some of their skill sharpeners phonics pages as well. I just put those in as a part of her schoolwork in her binder. So they're all ripped out, which is why I don't have something to show you. But that encompasses all of her work. And then she listens when I read to her. And then at the end of the day, if we have time or if we're in the mood, she's always in the mood. So if mom is in the mood, then we'll turn the computer on and have some computer games for her to play. So Anyway, that essentially wraps up what we're doing for school right now. And like I said, I've really been feeling kind of some homeschool burnout, and it's been super helpful for me to just scale back on all of our subjects and really enjoy our time together and get through the required material for their assignments, and then just kind of enjoy spending time together reading and spending time together going out into nature. I wouldn't say we do nature studies because we don't, but it's just been a really good kind of relaxed homeschool life for these last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna kind of finish out through our Christmas break, and then for the 2 weeks that we take off for break, I'll be able to kind of revamp. I'll revisit what my junior kindergartner needs to be doing, as her work really will move into kindergarten level and get her more comfortable with her reading skills and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, that's my update for us for week 17. We've got 3 more weeks here before we go into the break, so things are looking good over here. Thanks so much for watching my channel. If you are not yet subscribed, then I welcome you to do so you can follow along in my journey. I have tons of books that I have reviewed and curriculum that I've looked through and kind of given my take on. So kind of, look through my channel, see if there's some resources that you can find that are helpful for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in another one of my videos. Bye, guys.